one aspect of the Sergeant Tom speech to be improved upon. Now if I see him speak, I am so happy. He is speaking freely, there is no disconnect between thoughts, and it's a synchronicity of thoughts. Two things are there which I will be telling after the meeting once again. I am saying, now the confidence with which he presents, the sharing, the quality of sharing he does, because it is all there here, it's only a structure which I am going to get into his mind, which is getting as he speaks, as he listens, as he sees people. Right? As a mentor, I need to clear my expectation. As a mentee, he has to say what is his expectation. Then we don't have a misunderstanding. In a communication club, that's the worst thing to happen. No? We have a communication gap, sir. We cannot say that as a communication club, right? So I need to have a mentor-mentee expectation sharing happening. If you cannot keep up, that is fine. That is, at least expectation is understood. My mentor will expect 1 week in advance. Anyway, I am not trending. Okay, let me see how I can make my amends. Next time I send a speech, I will send a Cadbury chocolate or something. Something he has to make amends, right? Which he has not done till date. Okay. Then, as a mentor and mentee, I need to have a combined objective, boss. Together, what we shall do in this club, right? You have to take up this role next term as a Sergeant Tom. That is one in a leadership track. You need to complete your projects by this term. Are you ready? Right? And I will be with you. I will be doing these things, and I need your help. You won't believe when I gave the international speech contest recently. He was one of my mentors. Right? When I gave my speech and when I asked him what do you think the speech is all about, he said this aspect of your speech is missing. You are not getting this in your speech at all. Then I said okay. I went home, corrected my speech, and told him this is what I have written. Is it okay? He said oh, now it looks complete to me. We can go ahead and give it. And I called him when I gave the speech next time to come and listen as part of the audience and give a feedback. So the role gets reversed. Assume I have been strict at that time, 2 days earlier, boss, I cannot do. Please pray. No more prayer for you, get out. Okay? He wouldn't have given me this valuable feedback which helped me in my international speech contest. Right? So that is what I need to work with. And some working guidelines. That as I said, combined objective. How many speech per month? When will you send your speech? How much time you spend for a speech? I need to understand all those things. At least whether he keeps up or not, that is an overall understanding of what we are going to do together should establish. If we don't look at this is only beginning, I have to go for another 5 slides, I am telling you. So how much is there in a mentor-mentee relationship? Now, this is pre-mentoring activities. The mentoring process, as you say, send the speech, get the speech corrected, see whether the speech, the words corrected by your mentor is in line with your choice of words. Because the way I present the idea may be different, the way Priyadarshi presents the idea may be different. We have our own choice of words. Don't change the style. We cannot change the style. I can present the idea differently. I can give the idea a completeness to it. So I need to see whether the correction made by my mentor is okay to mine. I told, I think, Venkat, I am changing the speech. Look at the choice of words, it should be yours. Make it yours and then speak. Right? That's the first thing I tell all my mentees. I made my correction, but you make your words as part of your speech. Remove my words if you find. Certain things are easy for me to know. Right? I cannot change it. Ram Gopal I cannot change. He has put a word like pre-phosphorus and they say Ram Gopal I cannot understand. He'll say okay, I'll change it. You will immediately in front of you cut it in the paper. Okay? When he comes and gives pre-phosphorus, you'll be there. I am not talking about initial days, even now. He gave recently one special occasion speech, something he gave. Even there I told him, don't say that burning desire. He said burning desire has come immediately because that is one of his key words. Okay, so certain things you cannot change. This is what will happen. I said this is your word. This is your signature word maybe. So understand this about your mentoring process. What will be the mentee attribute? What should be the attribute of mentee to make the maximum out of this process?
Open mind.
Open mind, one. Trust in the mentor, somebody said. Anything else?
Willingness to listen.
Willingness to listen, yes, very nice.
Willingness to change.
Willingness to change.
Contemplate the action advised by the mentor.
Okay.
Generosity.
Willingness to risk also. And all these comes under only one term. The willingness to unlearn to learn. I start from zero every time I come here. I am ready for it. I go to a mentor, he may say the speech is not good, boss, start again. I should be ready to go back and write. Because he is telling me something from his perspective. And if my primary statement, mutual respect for my mentor is there, I will respect the statement, go back and look at it. And the same applies to a mentor. You will call, why did you write this speech? What is the objective of this speech? He will also mutually respect me and ask. So the process becomes. This should be the attributes of a mentee. Because if you don't get this, still why I go to Kumran, I really don't feel like going all the way to anybody's place at our time. Right? But for mentoring, I go to Kumran place either early in the morning. If he says, tomorrow morning 7 o'clock I am free. If he says, I will drive my car, go there at 7 o'clock, sit with him and get it mentored. One day he says, after 8:30, he says, okay. I say, okay. From the office, I have to go straight away to his house, come home by now. You'll be really tired. But I'll negotiate, boss, I'm coming straight from the office, ensure that you provide me dinner. So he provides me dinner. Right? I'm saying, so this, I need to take that seriously. I need to look at it. I'm a HR manager. I want at 10:30 going to somebody's house to correct my speech. Boss, I'll send by mail, you correct it and send it. I can take a call. And he is not going to mistake me. But unless otherwise, I take my role as learner, as a student, very, very seriously, I cannot learn. Because then only I am ready to receive. There is no inhibitions, there is no knots, there is no blocks. All these things are removed and I am free to learn. Unlearning to learn gives you all these abilities to learn something like a child. No? Child doesn't have any pretensions. It will happily absorb anything you provide because it is an open mind. You say something, it will seriously look. That's why we say don't do anything which is detrimental to the learning of the child. But do something which is meaningful to the child so that the child absorbs like a sponge. Whatever you say or do. Right? So ensure that you have that as an attribute. There are different types of mentors. You need to understand how your mentor can be because there are mentees at some point of time. You will find some mentors behaving like experts. They will give only information. Expert feedback, expert information they will give you. So whenever I go to him, he always gives information. What sort of mentor he is? Because his style is one of expert. If you say, I am going to give a talk on, say, trekking, he will give a lot of information on trekking because he is an expert. If I think of physical fitness, my mentor will give me 100 inputs on physical fitness. He will say aerobics, this, that, everything he will give. He will give all the, wherever the gym located in the city, he will give information on that also. Because he is an expert on that, he behaves like an expert at that point of time. The second type of mentor will be, he will be formal authority because his behavior is defined by his past. He will be behaving like an authority, directing and instructing. Only two things he will do. Write the speech like this, correct it, your 1000 words are there, make it 800, come tomorrow morning. Okay. He behaves like an authority because that's what he is used to. Right? If you understand him, then you have to change him. As a mentee, you can also work with him and make him become a better person. But at this moment, he is like this. You have to understand this is his behavior. Don't get offended by the behavior of your mentor. The third possibility is he is a socializing agent. He won't give you information, he won't give you directions. He will only prepare you. See, when you come to Toastmaster meeting, come in a tie. Sir, my speech can tell you, wait now. Put your tie in properly, dress properly. Formal meeting situation, you have to put blazer. Okay? Really, she is a good person. Whenever you speak, you smile. Okay, he gives you information or guides you or prepares you to move well into the sector or environment you are in. He is a socializing agent, your mentor. He doesn't give information, he doesn't give directive, he only does socializing for you. Right? Tomorrow there is a installation, book release function, come there. For what nothing he wants it, he will come there. And he will meticulously take you to introduce all the people. He is past international president, Dilip Abheshekara, he is Kadiran MPT, he is my mentee. He will introduce you to all the people. His job is to make you merge into the environment. He is doing that role. He will predominantly, so he will be upset. Whenever I go with him a speech, he takes me to some meeting. He doesn't mentor my speech. Don't get offended. His primary objective is to socialize. Fourth is facilitator. He will enable you to learn a lot. Sir, I am going to give a speech on Celestine prophecy. I read a book by James Redfield. So I want to give a speech on Celestine prophecy. Okay, I will also give you. You read this also. You get to know more, and then you do something. So he is enabling you to widen your horizons on learning by providing you a lot of inputs, and this is a good topic you can give more. So you want to go for a focused discussion with him, he will widen your horizon. Because he is enabling you to learn more and know more. Your knowledge base increases and you don't know how to conclude it. You will start, you won't know how to end. So you'll have a difficulty. But he's a facilitator. He'll facilitate your learning alone. He won't facilitate to converge your speech. And fifth is, he will be an inspiring model to you. You go to him with the speech script, he will look at it and, okay, now I'll give you the speech, you see. But he will give you a speech. Okay, he starts giving your speech and you don't know what to do. And you are so inspired by this guy because as soon as you go, he memorizes your speech in no time and he delivers the speech in front of you. He's an inspiring model, but you don't get any learning out of it. Right? I'll give you a speech now, wait. I want to know the speech that he is giving. He is practicing my speech. So he is an inspiring model for me, but I have to pick my learnings. I need to tell, sir, how do you do this? I went to Aaron Matson. He is one of the tuition winner, and he won twice in the district level speech. Such a wonderful speaker. So I took my speech script, called them, boss, I need your help. How to deliver? Because my strength is not vocal variety. My strength is not gestures. I only stand in a place and deliver what I want. So I went to him. He looked at the speech. You can say like this. Something he said. Boss, all those things are fine. How do you know which I have to say? You can say like this. I asked him, how do you choose that sentence to say like this? He looked at me for some time. He couldn't explain. Then I said, how do I say this transition? Please tell me. Right? So when I said, how do you present this transition to the audience? When I went back, he says, when you go back, the back should come after the gesture is there. Don't say the words before your gesture. Because for audience sitting in the back, you just gesture first. As I look back. So you say first gesture, then back. So he demonstrated how you can say this sentence. So to extract something from him, I need to ask a very specific question. How will you deliver this transition? How will you deliver this metaphor? Then you exactly say what, then I have to note down, oh, this is how you say, this is the inflection point, this is the comma here, this is the full stop here. I need to make a note of it, come back. On his own, you won't take, so you're looking at the speech, now this part you have to speak like this, he won't say. Because he's an inspiring model. He is an ego ideal for me. He speaks wonderfully, so that is one type of mentor. And finally, last mentor is a person. Person means a human being. He is a co-learner with you. When you return a speech, okay, you return a speech, what is it all about? He will discuss with you, learn along with you, understand with you, and he will also discuss how you deliver this particular line. He will say something, no, can we try like this? He will be a co-learner with you, and then you learn more from such mentors. All these other 5 people, they will perform their role. You have to take your learning out of them. Whereas this person will learn with you, engage with you, discuss with you, then you become a better learner. Right. I'll only go to the last learning styles. When I say learning styles now, there are 4 learning styles are there. One person is called a diverger. When I say diverger, this person is very creative. He will give a lot of ideas to solve any problems. You do brainstorming in the office. When you do brainstorming, you will get 15 people to do a brainstorming for a particular problem statement. And you will find only 3 people giving maximum ideas. 20 ideas will be generated by the 3 people. Other people will be looking at them. Right? Because no ideas comes to their mind. These 3 people are divergers. They give a lot of ideas. So, if you are a mentee or a mentor, the minute you say, I want to speak on this topic, if your mentee is a diverger, you will give multiple ideas of what you can speak. If you are a mentor, you will give multiple ideas of how you can speak. None of this will converge. You give 20 ideas to a single problem, how will you solve it? Right? The second is an assimilator. Assimilator is one, if you have multiple ideas, he will assimilate the ideas, make it into a concise, logical solution. He will create a solution out of it. From 15-20 ideas, he will concise into 3 implementable ideas. Right? It's your assimilator. And the third guy is your converger. 3 ideas are presented by assimilator. This converger will convert this into or simulate a solution out of this. You have a practical problem, this converger will simulate a particular way of solving it and give you a solution. But you still cannot implement. You don't need theory. And finally, is your accommodator who will actually implement. Right? These 4 learnings are all there in all of us. Some of us will give ideas, Some of us will converge into 3 ideas. Some of us will convert it into simulated solutions. Only few people can implement. Why it is very important to know this? Unless otherwise I go through all these 4 cycles, being a diverger, assimilator, converger and accommodator, my learning is not complete. Whether you are a mentee or a mentor. You have to generate ideas, you need to boil down to 2 or 3 ideas, then you have to make it as a possible solution to a particular speech, and finally speak also. Right? Assume these learning styles are there in all of us, whether you are a mentee or a mentor. So to summarize, as a mentor, you have to perform all the 3 roles of a trainer, coach and counselor, and also identify the hidden potential of individual. As a mentee, you have to have certain attributes, the mentoring process, the pre-mentoring process, the understanding of the mentor and mentee before the mentoring process starts, the learning styles, and how you go about doing actual mentoring. Right? Kapra, I will be sharing this PPTs to you so that you can have a reference of all these things. Question answers? Any questions? Or answers also?
Normally my experience is with my mentor. I sent him the speech. Okay, let me start with my icebreaker. I sent him my icebreaker and he changed it. And I told him, this is not my style. I don't do it like this. He said, but do it. Do it just for the way I'm telling you, for the impact. And I mulled over it, I tried, I thought over it. I said, though it's not my style, I'll still accept it. And I practiced it, and it came out beautifully and very interesting. So, what I'm saying is, even though we are stuck, this is not my style, sometimes it is not too far.
Willingness to take risk and change. Any questions?
What is your style? As a mentee, if I want to change my mentor, can I do that without hurting my mentor?
Say, first you have to see why do you need to change. The need for change has come inside you, not in the mentor. Right? So, if you have not identified what makes me look for a change in my mentor, what guarantee you have the next mentor also you won't? It's like changing a job. Now I want to leave this job. Why do you want to leave this job? I don't know. What
are you looking for?
I want to leave this job. Why? I don't know. But what will make you not to change the next job also? Unless otherwise you identify what are the issues which is making you to change the job. If you don't pinpoint that, you will not solve this forever. If there is a value clash, you have to change. If there are issues, you need to resolve. If you don't resolve issues, the issues keep coming up in every other meeting or every other assignment, every other relationship, and you will still try to only change the relationship, not resolve the issues. Right? So the idea of changing mentor should be first understood as what are the issues for me, not for the mentor, for me with my mentor, which is asking me to change my mentor. To resolve it, you don't change the mentor. Yes, sir. Any other questions? No questions?
What is your preferred style?
Huh?
What is your preferred style?
My style. So you saw this is one style. He is one more style. Right? Because what I am saying is I believe in a greater learning capability of individuals. When I walk through this door and I become a member and I want to give my speech, I have proved to people around me and especially to my mentor that I am willing to learn. Right? I have got the wealth of experience of my life and I have come here and trying to learn. I am a young boy, I am doing something else, I have got a lot of distractions, but still I am coming here for 2.5 hours to learn. So the very core aspect presented by the person that is willing to learn is what I need to hold on and allow that to blossom. Some buds are tight, some buds blossom immediately. Can I be patient and allow that to blossom on its own? Or I try to open the petals and make it wilt and fall, not even allow it to blossom beautifully. Right?
The last one. What the answer he gave, I want to put in a question. Like that, when you are trying to ask the mentee to change a little bit, which he says, is not his style. How do you try to arrive at a, when you press a little,
See,
not be very.
let's not, whenever I do with the mentee, when I do with him or you or any of my mentees, I don't take a position that I am right, you are wrong. First, if you don't take position, then it's easy for you to move around. I can move to his side and say, oh, go ahead, do it. What the worst you can happen is you will get some feedback. After that, you will learn on your own. Right? But you should not come back and say, I told you, no? Got it. I should not say that. Right? So, one, don't take a position. Second, you try to present why you want him to do something, because you have a reason for asking it. If you state it, let him decide whether he wants to do it or not. If he doesn't want to do, let him do the way he wants. If not today, tomorrow he will do. Right? I am only saying, this is an adult learning process. This is not a school or a college where you have a pedagogy way of learning. I am telling you, you do it. You are not getting into that. I have this thought with me. Would you like to explore this now? Or after 5 weeks? After 1 year? Do it. But this is my idea. If I only put it to him, then the seed grows in his mind. It's not my job to push it on. So that's the only way for it.
So, something is like the mentee is ready to give the speech in say for example. He's sent the speech 1 week before. You drafted it and you corrected it and you send it back. But before giving the practice or something like that, you are out of station. Say for example, mentor is out of station.
So how do you do?
How do actually like they take other mentor by taking, by asking you like can you practice him or something like
See,
that?
you can do, say, practicing if you want to do, you can do with any Toastmaster. It's only a resource for you. If I am going to deliver a speech in front of an audience or an individual, he is going to tell me what is that I am going to work on. It's only a feedback for me. Right? So you can call any of your colleagues and give a presentation in front of, that is one. Or if you feel you are confident enough to deliver, many a time I have asked my mentee to read the speech as they would deliver over phone. I say 5 to 7 minutes, it's okay, I hold the landline, you hold the landline, speak. Okay, so they will speak, they will with the script in front of them, they will speak as if they are delivering the speech. And I will correct it as and when they deliver some mistakes here and there. And I say, come and, if you are confident, come and give. So it's a learning process. Let me make a mistake and learn at the end of the day. So they learn and they give. I don't know, Vijayalakshmi is not here today. I have done at least 3-4 times with Vijayalakshmi. She gives the speech over phone. So she used to give the speech over phone. And I said, it's okay, it comes very well. It's your speech. You are there, so you will be delivering it. Go ahead and do. So she gave a speech. All the speeches are coming out. I am only saying, you need to, because if I ask her, no, 1:30 you have to come to my office and deliver the speech. She will be in her home washing clothes. Right? She will come with the clothes to my office. I cannot do that. So, I need to have a different style of accommodating a mentee's interest with the primary belief that he is willing to learn. If I respect his willingness to learn, then my mentoring experience and the mentee's experience will be one.